Hello everyone. I am going to do a cash condensing before I do my sinking funds because I probably have lots of ones. I think I have, hang on. 320, 50, 70, 80 and ones. I have 384. So obviously I'm not condensing my ones, but I want to condense down from 20s so I don't necessarily have to go to the bank and get a bunch of ones and fives. So this is my spring box, which is complete. So I'm going to condense down some of this. So TGIF friends. Woo! I am happy it is the weekend. I hope the sun is shining where you are. I don't have a whole lot of plans for the weekend, but to be completely honest, I don't mind not having a totally packed weekend. I do not mind. So this is supposed to be 47. So I need one more here. 20, 40, 6, 7. 6, 7. I haven't heard the kids say that in a long time. Are the kids in your area still saying that? Are you, well, school's out, right? I'm guessing by this point, everybody's out of school. Let's see. 220. So the reason I'm condensing is I need lower bills for my collabs and group plays. This is supposed to be 65, and it is. And instead of going to the bank and getting a whole bunch of 5s and 1s and 10s, and then at the end of the month having hundreds and ones, I try to condense every week or two. Actually, I've never condensed this box, so this is good. Here's 40. And that way, maybe I don't have to go to the bank and get smaller bills for my cash stuffing for the week. $10. And this one's supposed to have 75, and I do. So most of my group plan collabs, I only use 1s and 5s. And I will show you because I am going to work on condensing them as well. I probably am at the point in my sinking funds binder where I could bring in some 50s and 100s and condense down. I just haven't yet. Let's see. So we have 38, and that's what we're supposed to have. So are you watching the World Cup? Look how much thinner this is from when I started WoW. And what team are you rooting for? Are you rooting for the USA? Are you rooting for another team? I always kind of side for France and Spain. I expect, I guess, that they're going to win, but I don't know. There's 20. Okay, my spring box is condensed. We finished this last Sunday. This is just hanging around for closeout, but hello, how much better is that? So this is a cash condensing, but also I'm also going to kind of give you a binder walkthrough. So this is my group play binder. I do my daily savings. You've seen me working on my Love Savings Challenge, my Fresh Start June, and then my group plays in here on Sunday. I also have my Oops, I did it again. I colored on an envelope and the Cheater Dice Club. So let's see if I can condense in here. And hopefully I don't have to go backwards and then change it all for more 20s. So this is growing nicely. How much do we have in here? 113. Nice. So we only have $65 left. Maybe I'll finish it this week. I was hoping to finish it in June, but I don't know. Let's see if I condensed my group, my Fresh Start June. Let's do some 10s since we're using all the 10s. 10 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Also, sometimes what I do, well, I guess I'll do it at closeout because closeout is next week. I take back the jankety bills and try to keep the nice bills in my rotations so that all of the damaged bills get chipped out. It looks like I might have condensed in here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 25, so I'll leave a 5. We have 30 left on our July 4th. And I don't know if I want to condense completely down, because then I might end up having too many ones. Is that that was not 5? Oops, I can't do that. So I'm going to 10, take these. I'm going to 20. Did I do that right? What am I playing here? 11, 14. Nope. I did not do that right. And if I end up condensing down enough, I have a whole bunch of ones now. So I don't know if it's enough for my collabs. I'll just keep going, because I can always get 20s. These I think are condensed. Yeah. Okay. So this green binder is my group play and daily binder. These are available on my Etsy shop. They are A5. They are a vegan leather, much bigger than the ones you will get on Amazon. I will show you while I'm here. This is the A5 I got from Amazon. The rings are significantly bigger. It's wider. So if you're interested, I'll have them linked below. I know some people were asking about them. So all the A5s I'm using that you see are mine. The only one that's not available, if you see other people using it, it's a emerald forest green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. And this is my Friendber binder. So my friends and those that I am a member of their shop. I have a feeling I might be good on ones. I'm just gonna keep going because I can take jankety ones back to the ATM and get 20s. Some of these we recently finished because there's not much in here to condense. Or I can just bring them to the teller and say, take these back and don't give them to me again. I try to take them to a teller that's not local to me, like a few towns over. Or I take them to the ATM a few towns. Oh, I don't have a 10. So I have to keep that. Okay. So that I don't get them back. Because I don't think they take the bad ones out of circulation. I think they just keep reusing them. Here's a 20. I think I have enough 5s. All right. Well, that was good. So you've seen a few binders. Let me keep going. Just trying to get rid of all of those 20s, but it might not happen in my collabs. This is my spooky summer camp. Let's see if I can condense down some of these. Where's Kendra's money? Over here. 5. Oh, Lord. So I'm going to put 10. At least they'll be condensed. Oh, we didn't. Wait, where's Kendra? Here you are. So this is our spooky summer camp while I'm in here. If this is the first time you're checking out my video, thanks for being here. This is Lulu Innovative, where I am focused on... I only have 110. I guess I'll leave it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am focused on paying down debt, increasing our financial security, and I do that through fund savings challenges. I technically don't do a zero-based budget because I do a lot electronically. I still use my debit card. I have auto debit bills, so I'm a hybrid of zero-based budgeting and cash budgeting. We have converted our wallets for the most part to just cash. I'm one short. I guess I'll use the, I don't know. I don't want to, I mean, technically I could take, yeah, I guess I could take ones back. Get a 10. Get more 10s. If I'm going to condense, let's just condense and stop worrying about what bills you have over there, Lulu. Just condense. That's what we're here for. So I actually don't have enough money to condense all my binders, but I got them all out and I will show you since we are here. 5, 10, 15, 20. I know a few of you asked for a binder walkthrough. So it's part of this video. Ooh, what's going on here? We got somebody trying to escape. There we go. So it's nice condensing this. We gotta give Mahalo money, some more money in her collab. It's nice. Oh, she has money. There's a 20 in there. It's nice to see the collabs building up as I condense. Because I don't really know how much is in each envelope. I mean, I know how much I bring every week, but I honestly don't go back and look at it once I don't go back and look at it once I put it in there, like how much I saved this in this collab. It's like in my budget breakdown and that's it. Some of these bills are nice and crisp and some of them are jankety. Okay, so this is my Spooky Summer Camp binder. I don't really think I can condense in the back to school collab, but let's look. Maybe I can use some of those 5s. Because I'm out of 10s. And to be honest, the ones are just going to go back in next week anyway. Because I usually just do 1s and 5s in my collabs. My minis are always 1s, tiny's always 1s. My Kathy binder, I do use some 5s. I have a lot of 1s there. I probably should stop on the 1s. So yeah, some of these I already condensed down. Probably the last time I was in here, because I always try to peek. A lot of times I get money from the ATM on Payday, and then sometimes I don't get to go to the teller to get individual bills, which I usually do. And then what happens is at closeout, the one 2 or 3 months ago, I had like $400 in ones, and that's just insane. I don't want to count that many. So I try to make sure I go through. Yeah, it looks like probably last week before I was in this binder, I condensed. Yep, that's okay. You're getting the binder tour. Welcome to a house tour. It's a binder tour instead of a house tour. But I definitely could have used some extra 10s, but clearly I don't have 10s. That's why I brought all 20s to do my condensing. Okay, so that's the back to school collab. Again, in my Etsy shop. Check the products tagged in this video. I'm just going to show you, since I'm doing a binder tour, this is my tiny savings. I bring at least $12 a week. A little A7, and it is a chunky one. This is my cash house. Every week when I get paid, or we get paid, it gets split up into minis, tinies, and my collabs, so that when I use that binder, I come to this binder to get the money. Just want to show you quick. This is my personal binder, which is under construction. So I put $5 a week into a lot of these categories. And then it slowly builds. Some of them get more, some of them get $5. But I'll show them to you. I'm in transition between 2 different envelopes. So some of these get $5, some of them are budgeted for more. Taxes is transitioning to electronic. It doesn't need to have an envelope anymore because we're moving a lot. So in my mind, what's the to keep a lot of money in these envelopes? So it's just going to be electronic to the high yield. And then I have my utilities. Miscellaneous is where I keep wallet money for each week. We give ourselves a certain amount of cash, and then this is kind of waiting for the next week because I take it out on payday, so it covers 2 weeks. This is my binder for my Monday minis. I have 8 envelopes in here, so I try to bring $16 a week. So this binder, I'm trying to decide what exactly I want to do with it and how I want to use it. Before I did minis and tinies and all of those categories, I just had one sinking fund binder and one savings challenge binder. I literally had 2 binders. So this is where I keep my weeklies, monthlies, and I was doing all of my savings challenges. Now it has very few categories in it because, for example, back to school has an envelope in my holiday binder. Christmas also does. So I was kind of using this to feed those envelopes as storage. It's in development. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it. I don't really know where else to put it. So for now, it's staying in a savings challenge binder. I do like to use savings challenges as opposed to, this one is my holiday binder. So this binder gets $56 a week. However, like the 10 for birthday goes into, I guess I can move it, right? It goes into gifts. And then once this is finished, it goes into the birthday. So I don't know. I guess it's still under construction. And then the bottom here is how much it gets each week. So I put a little bit of money in each week so that by the end of the year, or when the holiday arrives, the money in here is what I'll use. So back to school, I am using in my savings challenge binder, and then it feeds into here for, I guess, storage is the best way to call it. And then this is my Halloween challenge that it feeds this envelope. So I put $5 a week. Thanksgiving gets 6, Christmas gets 2, but again, I have Christmas in this binder. So when that's finished, it just goes into here. So I don't count the money in this holiday and events binder in my month end because it would have already been counted in a savings challenge or a mini or a tiny. So this is kind of just a holding envelope. And then once it gets a significant amount, then I transfer it to high yield. I put it in the bank. And then I also have sports in this binder. And that's that. So this binder technically gets $56 a week, but it's divided into my savings challenge binder and then holiday binder. And then I have my capybara binder. And here I am totally distracted and not condensing. So this is on my coffee page in my members only section. It's also on my Etsy if you like the dashboards. It has prop coins. So I'm saving for new appliance and car replacement. So basically, my washing machine and fridge are trying to retire permanently. So I'm trying to get ahead. So I try to bring $15 to $20 a week into this binder. And I'm not going to condense in here because it needs to basically be ones because they're all like 25-cent spots. When I have extra money, I try to play this binder twice or I'll just put a lot into it. Just all depends. Then I have my month ahead binder, which is all prop coins. So I bring $50 a week. That's electronically transferred into this binder. And then it's a visual representation of once I complete a section, what bucket it needs to go to in my high yield. So I have an emergency fund in my high yield. So when this is finished, I'm 1 month ahead. 160 will then be moved into that emergency fund bucket. I hope that makes sense. For me, I'm clearly a visual person, whether I knew it or not, because having it in my hand is how I'm successful. Okay, so I have 2 20s left. So let's see how I can condense to get maybe some 10s. Do I have 10s in here? See, some of these they get condensed. I do, I have 2, okay. Let's get start. And that over there, I have 120 left. One $20 bill, not 120. Maybe this one has a 10. Yep, there's 2 10s. Okay, so there is my binder tour with some quick condensing. At least when month end comes next week. I don't know if I want to condense 1s into 5s. I might have already done it in here only because, like I said, usually at least a few times a month I condense. You know what? Maybe I'll take some 10s. I don't need all these 5s. And move some 5s out in 10s. And how many 10s do I need? 10, 20, 30. That should be okay. Let me just see if I can condense any 1s. And then I would say my cash condensing is finished. This one has, nope. And these are 5s or 10s, I think, yeah. That's supposed to be not, oh no, 11, that's right. Okay, so those are condensed. The only other place I think might have 1s is in my holiday binder, but these look condensed. So I think I just need more 20s. To condense some down for 10s, but that's okay. I'm just gonna check quick for 1s. That's a lot of ones. It's totally chock full. So I am happy I'm working on my back to school, and so I will be doing Christmas in July. And also I'm doing obviously the back to school collab I just showed you. And what I am going to continue after July is I'm going to continue my Christmas binder once a week. And maybe I'll move, I don't know if I'll move my savings challenge for Christmas. I always have a bigger savings challenge in this binder. So I am going to continue once a week doing the minis for Christmas, and then I am going to continue probably the back to school, just keeping that back to school a challenge in my weekly savings challenge binder. If I have too many ones, I can take them to the bank and they can change them for me. Because I have this, what I need for my budget from the budgeting mom, and so I'll go through and just see how many 20s, 10s, all that I need, and then I'll take these ones back. But I am planning better. I am organizing. It has taken me slowly over the last 6 or 7 months to kind of develop a system of saving. I now have tons of binders. Like I said, I used to have 2. And it's working very well for me. And I'm happy that I'm even $2 a week. It's gonna be over $100 in the course of the year for Mother's Day. So all of that matters. It shows me I'm making improvements. This is gonna end up going to a bat. He's already asking. I'm waiting to see if we're playing fall ball, because we have fall football. And I think that's it. Unless this, I don't think this binder has ones. No, it has lots of 5s. And that's it for my binder tour. I don't think there's anything else. I have old binders that I use. Oh, I do have my Christmas binder I can show you, although I'm not using it yet. My Christmas in July is here. And I have prop coins that I store, and then I have a bank that I started saving money for going forward. Actually, do I have any 10s in here? I probably, yep, I can take, oh, I have 2 10s, and I can take 4 5s. So I'm starting to build the bank for Christmas in July, so that it isn't as much of, it's not a hardship, but it's a huge stretch. Like if I was to have to come up with, I don't even know, I think I'm gonna roll a D12 or D20 for each day in July and save that amount in here and get as many challenges done as I can for Christmas. So I'm hoping it's like $300 to $400 over the course of July. So that's a lot for me to just take $100 a week. But if I slowly put it in, I might take some out of my closeout and I slowly put it in each week, then it's not as much of a stretch. And then I have old binders. Well, they're not old, but just to organize my items, like my games, my scratch offs, Sweet 16 I'm gonna start saving for. I would like to have a kids binder, but for now it's in here. Longer challenges, so these are like more like a yearly pets, so I can organize where I have challenges. And so they're not all, I'm trying to be more organized, if that makes sense. All right, so that's it for that. So thanks for hanging out. If you have any questions, drop them below. I'd love to know your system, if it's similar, different, what works for you, what you try and may not work for you. And do you think I'm crazy? Because I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 binders. My spring box is done. So like 13 binders in my weekly cycle of money. So that's a little bit crazy considering I started with this one and this one, which now got swapped out. So that's it. I bought this off of someone on Instagram story that was like getting rid of some of her stuff. And this is an OG one from Amazon, which I do love because it's suede. It's a very nice material, and I don't even know if they make these anymore because now a lot of things are the vegan leather. So thanks for hanging out. I will see you all real soon.